Hi there, my name is Rebecca, and this is a 20-ish minute session of yoga and weights, and this is for beginners. So the flow and the sequence that we're going through will be kind of a base sequence that I use when making my yoga and weights routines. So it'll be designed to teach you the basics so that you're prepared for a higher level when you get there. So the items that you'll need a yoga mat, something that's provides a little bit of padding, maybe a little bit of stickiness for your feet to help support your postures. If you have them, you can use a light and possibly a heavy set of weights, dumbbells, that you can have at the top of your mat. I will probably only be using my lighter set of weights and not my heavier set today. I don't have incremental weights, so feel free to choose a weight that works for you. And also something that I always tell beginners, if this is your first time doing a yoga and weights class and you're not sure how your body will respond or how sore you might be, I recommend going lighter than you think and possibly even doing no weights if that's right for you for today. So no pressure to use weights. If you have them, great. If not, we'll just flow without them. You can still do all the movements without the weights. The other thing, you might need a towel, your water, and feel free to take breaks and grab water anytime that you want throughout this practice. Hit pause and do what you need to do. Rest as much as you need. Okay. With that being said, I think that we're ready to start. So we'll go ahead and start in a child's pose. So come down to a kneeling position on your mat, scoot towards the back, open your knees out wide, bring your big toes to touch as wide as you can with your knees, and then lower your forehead down. Walk your hands to the top of the mat, then place your forehead down and adjust your forehead on the mat so that your nose isn't pressured. You can still breathe. Once you arrive in your downward facing dog, take a big inhale in, breathe in. Open mouth, exhale, let it out. 2 more. Big inhale in, fill up all the way. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Last one together. Breathe in. Biggest breath yet. Fill up all the way. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Very nice. Now seal your lips. Continue to flow your breath in and out through your nose. Taking in full big inhales and full exhales. Squeeze your belly in at the bottom and wring out all the stale air, and breathe in anew with each breath. As we flow through the practice today, my only goal for you would be to just be aware of your body, starting to connect your consciousness and your body being fully present and combining breath and body into the same space. So with that in mind, just take a few more rounds of breath here, maybe scanning from fingertips to toes, just noticing how your body feels in this position, what feels tight, what feels open. Maybe notice the quality of your breath so far. If taking those big breaths feels uncomfortable, or maybe it feels like a relief, just becoming more and more aware with each breath. On your next inhale, slowly rise up to tabletop. Come to a kneeling position on your mat with your knees underneath your hips and wrists underneath your shoulders. Gaze down at your mat to start. Lengthen through the top of your head, almost like you're pulling your tailbone and the top of your head in opposite directions. Lengthen out your spine. Pull your abdomen in. Then inhale to cow pose. Drop your belly down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and look up. Take a few breaths here, just relishing that open space in your heart, trying to look up and opening your throat. Then take another inhale and exhale to cow pose. Tuck your tailbone down, drop your chin to your chest, press your hands into the mat, puff up your shoulder blades, and stretch the back side of your body. Then inhale to cow, breathe in, look up, breathe out. Cat pose, curl down. Again, breathe in, look up. Breathe out, curl down. Continue to flow on your own, seeking a breath to movement pace that matches your current level of breathing. Whatever that pace is for you, find it, tune into it, and just become more aware of it. We'll take one more round. Then inhale, return to tabletop, tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips up and back. Start with movement here, pedal out your legs. Press one heel down and then the other, maybe shift your hips side to side. Release tension from your neck and face. Then find stillness. Place your feet at hip distance. Bend your knees a little. Press the mat away from your face. Feel your tailbone lift up. Then with any space you have left in your hamstrings, straighten your legs or press your heels down towards your mat. Take a strong breath here. And inhale, look forward. Exhale, tiptoe your feet towards your wrists, landing near the middle or the top of your mat, and then ragdoll pose. Reach for opposite elbows and just let your upper body hang. Allow your chin to fall to your chest. Bend one knee and the other, and you sway your torso side to side. And release your fingertips down. Toe heel your feet to touch if they meet. Inner edges of your toes touch and the wedge of space between your heels. Spread all 10 toes wide. Bend your knees and slowly roll up to standing. Take your time. As you arrive, shrug your shoulders up. Roll them down and back. One more time, up, down and back. Then place your hands together at your heart. Take a moment to close your eyes, and again, just become aware of your breath and body. Allow your mind to combine them into the same space, feeling both breath and body simultaneously. Notice how this keeps you present, this keeps you grounded, and we'll practice that throughout the sequence today. Release your hands by your side. Inhale to mountain pose. Sweep your hands overhead. Turn your palms to face each other. Now hold here strong. Shift your weight into your heels, but keep your tailbone tucked. Draw your shoulders back to frame your ears with your biceps. Imagine your pinkies pulling inward just slightly and extend fully at your elbows. Take an inhale, reach up. Exhale, baby back bend. Bend your elbows to 90 degrees. Lift your heart, lift your throat, open the front side of your body. And inhale, re-extend for mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Bend at your hips, reach your hands towards the ground. Stay here for just a moment. Then inhale to halfway lift. Press your hands to your shins or your thighs. Lift your shoulders in line with your hips. And then lengthen out the top of your head, just like you did in tabletop position. Imagine your tailbone and your head reaching in opposition. So you're lengthening out your spine, creating space between each vertebrae, and use that pressure in your hands to emphasize that feeling. Take another inhale. Exhale, high plank pose. Press your hands to the mat and step your feet to the back. Option to drop down to your knees here. Wherever you are, hold your plank strong. Tuck your tailbone down. Press your hands away. Shift forward just slightly. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down to your mat. Belly, chest, and thighs make contact at the same time, then untuck your toes. Inhale to cobra pose. Hover your hands. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Press your big toes down, maybe lift your knees. Use that strength, lift up a little higher. Take an inhale. Exhale, release it down. Ground your hands. Teenage cobra. Exhale your air. Inhale, teenage cobra. Keep your elbows bent. Use the floor to give you pressure. And just lift your chest and throat. Again, keep your toes down, lift your knees, take an inhale. And exhale, drop it all the way down to the mat. One more cobra. Move your hands forward if the back bend feels uncomfortable to you. This makes it easier. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, move your hands back. You can just stay right under the shoulders if you'd like as well. Exhale out all of your air. Inhale to cobra. Straighten out at your elbows as much as you can. Keep your big toes down, lift your knees. Draw your shoulders back and down. Lift your chest and throat. Take an inhale. And exhale, drop it all the way down. Tuck your toes. Press back to downward facing dog. Stay here for one breath. And inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Step to the top of your mat. Inner edges of your big toes touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Flatten your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep it up to standing. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank pose. Now listen here on this one. Option to drop down to your knees again. Take an inhale, shift forward. Exhale to low plank. Just hover your chest above the mat like the bottom of a push-up position. Then inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. Cobra keeps the knees on the ground. Upward facing dog lifts the knees up. Look up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Roll over your toes. Press it up and back. Take one breath here. Then drop down to your knees. All right, so moving forward into that high to low plank transition, it's important. Reset for yoga. If you're not familiar with it, I gave you some options that you can use here. So the first one, from inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to high plank pose. Option for the knees as well. I'll show you on the knees for this one. Lower all the way down on your exhale. Then inhale to a cobra variation with knees on the ground. Exhale to downward facing dog. The second option is the second one that we did with a hover. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to high plank pose. Ride that exhale all the way down to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Knees stay lifted. Exhale, downward facing dog. The third option, and you can use any of these options throughout your entire practice. Sometimes in the beginning, I'm not warmed up enough, and I use just this one, where you go from inhale, halfway lift, exhale to high plank pose, hold your high plank. I will cue, inhale, upward facing dog, exhale, downward facing dog. So you can save your arms, skip that transition altogether, and just work on your core and shoulder strength. So those are three options to use. Use them at any time throughout your practice. Let's do one more flow where we get a chance to practice that transition. So starting in downward facing dog, we'll take a breath together. Big inhale, big exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep up. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. This is where you choose your transition, either all the way down or hover. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. Very nice. Take a big breath. And exhale, back down to your knees. Okay, that was our warm-up Sun A flow. Now we're moving into our Sun B flow. It'll be a different variation of a sequence. When we do this sequence, we'll be adding in the weights. And it's important to know that when you're moving through with the weights, through the yoga poses, you always want to bring it back to your body or move through the line of your shoulders. So if your arms are extended, when you move, you always want to bring them back to the body, or if they're lowered, you always want to make sure you bring it through the line of your shoulders, okay? The other thing, we have a transitional move called pull pivot plank. So oftentimes we'll be coming from a standing position that we call pull to your chest, pivot over your leg, and then plant your weights on the ground. You can release them. So the pull pivot plant is an important move for safety that we'll use throughout this next sequence. So place your weights. You can also skip the weights. Don't forget that. Grab some water if you need it, and we'll move through the next flow. Okay. So starting again in the downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, we'll take one breath, breathe in, and breathe out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, grab your weights. Through the line of your shoulders, inhale to chair pose. Press the weights overhead, bend at your knees, sit your hips back. Draw your shoulder blades down, avoid shrugging into your ears. Lift all 10 toes, make sure your weight is in your heels, and then lower your toes back down. Hold here nice and strong, breathe in, breathe out. Take one more breath in, Exhale, forward fold. Through the line of your shoulders, release your weights to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. So starting in downward facing dog, we'll take a breath here together. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Step to the top of your mat. Big toes touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Flatten your spine. Exhale, forward fold, and grab your weights. Moving through your shoulders, inhale to chair pose. Press it up overhead. Take a pause here and shift your weight into your heels. Extend your arms through the elbows. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Lift all 10 toes. Shift your weight into your heels. And then lower those toes back down and take a strong breath in. Strong breath out. Take one more inhale. And exhale, moving through the shoulders, forward fold. Release your weights to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Move through that transition again. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right, take a breath here. Then inhale, three-legged dog. Lift your right leg up. Keep your hips square to the ground. And then exhale, knee to nose. Pull your knee in. Plant your foot on the floor for a low lunge. Grab your weights. Move through your shoulders again. Inhale to crescent lunge. Press your hands overhead. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Lift up through your left back toe. Keep your inner thighs squeezed together. Pull your navel in. Take an inhale. And exhale, lunge, double lunge. Bring the weights to your chest and then bend your left knee. Hover your knee just above the mat. Then inhale to crescent lunge. Press it up again. Exhale, warrior two. Pull to your chest. Turn open to your left side. Take a moment before you extend your arms. Set up your feet like a T, so your right foot is pointing towards the front of your mat. Your left foot is parallel to the back edge of your mat. And your right heel is perpendicular to your left foot. Once you have that set up, wiggle out your hips, then lunge into your front knee. Make sure your right knee is pressing towards the pinky edge of your foot. So rather than caving in, it's rotating slightly out. Now with your weights, extend in opposite directions. Keep your palms facing down. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Place a slight bend in your elbow. Look over your right hand. Hold strong here, breathe. Then inhale to reverse warrior. Pull the weights in. Punch your right hand up. Drop your left hand down your thigh. And side bend. Open up your right side. Take an inhale. Exhale. Now this is our pull, pivot, plant. Pull to your chest. Pivot over your leg. Plant your weights to frame your front foot. High plank to low plank. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lift your left leg high. Keep your inner thighs pulled in. Roll your left hip down. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Low lunge, land your foot. Grab your weights. Inhale to crescent lunge. Pull the weights through your shoulders and press overhead. Lift up into your right back big toe. Keep your hips turned forward. Bend into your front knee. Inhale, press up. Exhale, double lunge. Pull the weights to your chest. Bend your right knee, 290 degrees in your legs. Keep your shoulders back. Then inhale, re-extend, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Take a moment here, set up your feet. Find that T shape. Left toes point forward. Right toes are parallel to the back edge of your mat. Wiggle out your hips and then lunge into your front knee with that right knee pressing open. Then inhale, punch your arms out. Drop your shoulders down. Bend at your elbows. Look over your left hand. Breathe here strong. Then inhale, reverse warrior. Pull the weights in. Punch your left hand up. Reach it up and back. Keep that lunge into your front leg. Maybe drop your right hand down a little bit more. Take another breath. And exhale, pull, pivot, plant. High plank pose. Now pause here in your high plank. And we're moving into runner's lunge. Pull it in. Run it out on your mat. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank. Remember, there's the option to skip. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take one breath here. Now we'll flow through breath to movement. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, step to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, grab your weights. Inhale, chair pose, press it up. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, pass it through. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, three-legged dog, lift your right leg. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Grab your weights. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, double lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse, punch it up. Exhale, pull, pivot, plant. High to low plank pose. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, three-legged dog, lift your left leg. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Grab your weights. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, double lunge. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, pull, pivot, plant, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more round. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, and grab your weights. Inhale, chair pose, pause here. Exhale, two. Airplane arms, punch it back. Then hold your elbows here. We're going for tricep extension. Keep your chair pose in your legs. Press it out through your arms for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale to chair pose. Exhale, forward fold, release your weights. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, three-legged dog, lift your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge, grab your weights. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, double lunge, pause here. Double lunge with a bicep curl. Drop your hands by your hips, curl it up. Then extend your arms and legs, bend everything. Down and up. Inhale down, exhale up for 8, 7, 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, pull, pivot, plant, pause, high plank pose. Ground your left hand down. Inhale to side plank. I drop my knee down. I have shoulder and elbow issues on my left side. You can stack your feet, lift your hips. Wherever you are, stack your right shoulder over your left. Reach your right hands towards the ceiling. Lift your hips up a little higher. Breathe in. Exhale, high to low plank. Move through your flow. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more side. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step through low lunge. Grab your weights. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, double lunge. This time we're doing a hammer curl. Hands by your hips, curl it up, and extend legs and arms. Down and up. Keep going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, And 1. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, pull, pivot, plant. High plank pose. Ground your right hand down. Inhale, side plank to your right. Stack hips and shoulders, lift your hips. Stack your feet, stagger your feet or drop your bottom knee. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take another big inhale. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big inhale, nice job. And exhale, drop down to your knees. Grab some water, towel off. We'll be moving into our cool down phase after this. So nice job with that. No more weights. And we'll just bring it down to the ground. So once you've grabbed your water, maybe grabbed a towel off, taking a little bit of a rest, meet me on your back. So with laying down, we'll start with a few set of crunches. So feet on the floor, hands behind your head. Inhale, and then exhale, lift just your shoulders, but keep looking up at the ceiling. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale, down. Exhale, up. Keep going. Keep your elbows wide. Keep your low back pressed to the ground. And just lift with your shoulders. Rather than curling, keep your elbows wide. Think of your back being on a plank. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Lift your knees to hover just over your hips. Starting with yogi bicycles, take an inhale. And exhale, left elbow, right knee. Inhale to center, exhale, twist to the other side. Center and twist, center and twist. Keep going. Exhale and exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take an inhale, full body stretch. Exhale, knees in to your chest, roll up to a seat. Or in for a boat pose. So place your heels on the mat, sit nice and tall. You might lean back and this might be where you stay. If you have the option to lift your heels, maybe balance on your hips, avoid rolling onto your back. Try to stay up on your sit bones rather than your tailbone. You can extend your legs, extend your arms. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll it down to the mat. Keep your knees tucked in. Rotate your knees in circles, one direction, and then rotate them in the other. Okay, place your feet flat on the floor, cross your right heel over your left knee, and then hug your left leg in for a supine figure 4. Press your right elbow into your right leg to keep your right hip open. Continue to take slow breaths, inviting your heart rate to slow down. And release your legs. Place your right foot on the floor, cross your left ankle over your right leg, hug your right leg in, and then use that left elbow to put pressure on your left leg just to keep your hip open. And then release, right foot down. Take both feet to the ground. Extend your arms by your side. Inhale to bridge pose, lift your hips up. And then imagine pressing your heels down and forward. You'll feel your weight shift more onto your shoulders, so it's a little more like a back bend. You can nuzzle your shoulders underneath your torso a little bit more and press down each shoulder blade and the back of your head to protect your neck. Take an inhale, lift up. And exhale, release. Hug your right knee in, send your left leg long. Inhale, half wind removing pose, hug your right knee to right shoulder. And exhale, supine twist, cross your knee over your body. Extend your right arm to the side and feel that open side twist. Hopefully you're feeling your heart rate slow down. You're continuing to take big long breaths. Maybe relax your face and shoulders. Then hug your knees back in. Switch it out to the other side. Send your right leg long. Hug your left knee in. And then exhale, supine twist to your right. Take your left knee to the right. Open your left arm to the side. Counter in your upper and lower body. Try to release any muscle activation. Just let gravity take over. And slowly bring it back in. We'll do one last pose. Inhale, forehead to knees for ball pose. Take a big breath in as you squeeze, feel that pressure and discomfort. And exhale, release to Savasana. Take up space on your mat, extend your legs out long, open your arms out wide, shimmy your shoulders underneath your chest to keep your neck lengthened and long. Once you find a comfortable place for your body, close your eyes, slow down your breathing, rest for just a few minutes. So now that you're rested in your Savasana pose, just know that this is a place where you get to integrate all of that breath and body connection, all of those benefits such as grounding and feeling more present. Those will be able to be taken with you off your mat today, and that's right here in Savasana, in this stillness and in this rest. Just know that I will be here to guide you out at the end. You can also stay as long as you'd like. Feel free to let your mind drift and wander wherever it needs to go. This should feel slightly like a meditation, and we'll be here for 2 minutes. Slowly and gently bring your mind back to this space. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then on an inhale, reach your arms overhead like a full body stretch, waking up in the morning. And then on your exhale, roll to either side, find the fetal position, stack your shoulders, hips, and knees. Place your top hand on the floor. And just take a moment to relish that grounding sensation, that full support from the floor beneath you. And on your inhale, slowly make your way up to an easy seat facing the front of your space, or just getting comfortable in a seat. Wherever you are, place your hands on your knees, open your chest, take a big inhale, and exhale. Nice job today showing up to your mat, putting in some work, learning something new, feeling maybe uncomfortable or out of place. You did a great job. Place your hands together at your heart. The light within me sees and honors the light within you. Namaste.